All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. My name is Nicole and I'm an addict. My sobriety date is July 13th of 2015 and I'm currently on 2 milligrams of Suboxone. I have tapered down from 12 milligrams to 2 milligrams and I share my journey here with you guys on YouTube. So, I hope that it helps somebody by sharing this story. Hey, Tony. Hey, Melissa. Hold on just a second. I'm going to get the live on Facebook, and then we're going to get started, okay? Okay. All right. Hey, Seth. What's up, bub? Okay, what's up, you guys? All right, we're live. We're live on Facebook, and we're live on YouTube. So let me get the Facebook interwebs all straightened out. Bam, 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 bam. All right. All right, guys. I hope everybody's having a great day. All right. What's up, everybody? All right. What's up, Real Talk Recovery family? All right. What's up, everybody? Okay, cool. Okay, so how's everybody doing today? Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are all having an amazing weekend. I know that we're going through hard times right now because of all the things that are going on in the world with the coronavirus. And I know a lot of people are really afraid, you guys, but you know what? We're not going to focus on being afraid. Okay, we're going to focus on we're going to focus on unity and supporting each other in recovery, because that's how we're going to stay sober through this, is by supporting each other and being positive and keeping a positive mindset and educating ourselves on what's going on in the world instead of falling into the hype and being being afraid. So we're going to do this together and we're going to stay sober and we're going to have a good time, because that's what we're going to do here, okay? I don't want any of you guys to be scared or, relapse or make a bad decision because of what's going on. And I know for me, you guys, in my recovery, I can really start obsessing over the worst things that could happen. And so I can totally relate to that. And I wanted to come on and do a live stream with you guys tonight. And this is just a Real Talk Recovery live stream. We're going to hang out. We're going to have a good time. We're going to talk. We're going to tell story times. If you guys want to come on the live stream with me, you can do that. If you want to call in on the Real Talk Recovery phone line, you can do that. So we're all going to hang out together, okay? All right. So for those of you guys that are on Facebook, I'm live over on YouTube at Real Talk Recovery. If you guys want to come and join in on the chat, we got a lot of people over here on the chat, just so you know. So, okay. Hey, everybody. Hey, Sky. Hey, Ash. Hey, Tony. Hey, Polly. Hey, Merk. So how's everybody doing in their recovery? Let's do a sober check-in. For those of you guys that are, new to the group, or you've been here a long time, go ahead and drop your sobriety date in the comment section so that way you can give hope to somebody that's still out there struggling. Okay? So you guys know me. My name's Nicole. My sobriety date is July 13th, 2015. And I'm so thankful, grateful, and blessed to be sober today, you guys. And I'm so grateful to be able to be here and share my story with you guys and inspire you guys and help you guys on your journey, because you guys help me. Y'all help me stay sober. So, okay, story time. Let's tell some stories. Let's laugh. let's talk about the back in the day when I was crazy and making stupid decisions. Okay. So this is going to be a prison story. All right. For those of you guys that did not know, I did a little bit of prison time. Okay. Okay. Back in 2008, I was driving my car down the road on Woodlawn Avenue in Hot Springs, Arkansas. And I had been up for about 4 or 5 days. Hey, Laura Jane. Hey, Julia. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Sam. I had been up for about 4 or 5 days without any sleep because I was on a meth bender. And at this time, I was hanging out with dope cooks. Okay, this was my dope cook days. Throughout my addiction, I was always an opportunist. How many of you guys can relate to being an opportunist when you were in your addiction? Anybody that had the dope, I was hanging out with them. That means if they were rich, if they made the dope, if they were good at stealing people's dope, if they had a car to get to the dope, whatever it was, and it would benefit me getting to the dope. I was on that train. I was like, can I join you, please? Or I'm coming, or you don't have a choice, you're taking me with you. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all know what I'm saying. So I was hanging out with a dope cook, and I basically just moved myself into his trailer. He didn't know that, but I was living there. And I had the biggest crush on this guy, you guys. Now, when I look back on it, it wasn't because he was good looking. It had to have been because he had drugs, because that's the only thing that I could understand why I was there. You know what I'm saying? And so I was staying at his house, and he had this guy. We called this guy, and you guys have probably heard me tell this story before if you're not new. We called this guy Pacemaker Quincy. Okay, the reason we called him Pacemaker Quincy is because he had a pacemaker. He was the only black guy I've ever known. Go upstairs, please. You can't listen to these stories, okay? I love you. Here, take your slime.
I have to tell you one thing.
What? Okay. I love you, Beth. Sorry. Nate's trying to eavesdrop. Huh?
Tell them that funny joke that I said.
No, you want your Skittles
No,
for a treat?
Did you hear what I said?
I did, but I'm not telling those jokes, okay?
No, tell them.
What is it, son? Say it again. Oh. Somebody come get her. She's dancing like a stripper. Somebody come get her.
No,
we heard that on TikTok.
No.
No, I'm not going to say that. It's inappropriate.
Why?
Okay.
Not.
So go ahead. You can't hear the story, Nate. Go in your playroom.
Ow!
I know. I don't want you hearing the story. I love you.
I just heard all of it.
Okay. So anyway, I was hanging out with these guys, and they were manufacturing. Okay. So I had basically just moved myself into this trailer. Okay. And I was like, this is where I'm staying. I'm not leaving. Hey, I'm really
trying to get goldfish.
Okay, I will get them for you, and then you need to go on upstairs, okay? I love you, but you can't be here. You're trying to eavesdrop. Here you go. Here. I love you. Go. Don't spill them, please.
I can't put it in a bowl.
Yes, I'll put them in a bowl, son. Here.
Skittles.
Okay, they see.
That's the property
Here.
of Skittles.
I love you. Okay. Sorry about that, you guys. Love you. Get your little butt upstairs. Okay. Sorry about that. When I'm telling these stories, I start to realize that he listens, and I don't want him to be listening and hear what I'm talking about, even though he has no idea what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want him to go repeat that somewhere. Like, hey, yeah, my mom used to live in a trailer when they cooked meth or something like that. Okay. So anyway, I had moved in with this guy, and I basically, y'all, when I was in my addiction, I would just like move into people's houses. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what I mean by move in is I mean like I would just start sleeping wherever that I could lay my head. I was sleeping on the couch, and I would go to my parents' house, get a couple of bags of clothes, and then that was it. I was in. I was not leaving. So me and this guy Quincy had been up for like 4 or 5 days, you guys, and when I lived with these guys that cooked meth, I was like right there. I was right there when the dope was um cooking and we were scraping it off the Pyrex and making baggies up. Like I was right there. So I was first come, I was right on it. And especially since I had just started injecting. So I was always wanting to get the first pull off the dope. I always wanted to get, the first dibs so that way I could get my shot. Well, we had went out and we were driving and we got pulled over. The reason we got pulled over, you guys, is because we just got done serving these people and these two twins ended up being CIs. We all knew that they were undercovers and I cannot believe that I was so high. I just don't even know why we went over there because everyone knew they were undercover. They worked for the cops, Everybody knew they were confidential informants, but we still went over there. Anyway, they ended up calling the police on us and they set us up. Okay, so we didn't even get a mile down the road, and my car got surrounded by DTEC cars and police cars. You know, two unmarked vehicles, the big black SUVs, and like four police officers in different cars, all around us. So I ended up getting caught with methamphetamine in my car. I had like I had like a rig with like a couple of units of meth in it in my purse. But I also had a hookah bong in my truck, marijuana in my glove box, all kinds of different paraphernalia. So I ended up getting that charge for possession. Um, so long story short, let me get to the reason why I'm telling you guys this is because I'm trying to get you to where I went to prison. So I ended up getting charged with a Class C felony, possession of a controlled substance, and they put me on probation. On probation, you guys, it was awful. I had no idea how to stay sober. I I failed every drug screen, and my probation officer gave me one last chance. She was like, "Listen, I'm going to give you one last chance, and I'm going to send you to probation to treatment." So she sent me to treatment. I came out of treatment after 30 days, and I relapsed. When I relapsed, she said, "That's it. I'm not going to let you stay out here in the world anymore. I'm sending you to prison. You're going away. This is it. You're not passing go. You're not collecting $200. You're going to prison." And I was like, "Damn, man, this is really happening." Like, I had never even been to jail before. The only time I went to jail was when we got caught with that dope, right? And I didn't even stay for 30 minutes. The guy that I was with ended up bailing me out. We were out like thieves in the night, back on the street getting high again. Um, confidential informant. Yeah. So I've never been to jail. So when I got sentenced to prison time, I was tripping my balls off. I was so afraid, you guys, because in my mind, prison was like where you go and there was like these big dyke butch women that were going to like make me their bitch. And I had this idea that prison was going to be somewhere where girls were going to be like taking it from me and they were going to be stealing my food and like slamming my head into the wall, and I would drop the soap and then we're going to come and attack me in the shower. Like I was tripping. I was scared, y'all. And it was nothing like that at all. Prison was not anything like that. It was nothing but a thing, okay? It was just another bump in the road for this addict. So I ended up going to prison. I was in county for about 60 days, and after county, they drove me up to the prison, which was in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, Arkansas Department of Corrections. Hey, Melissa, happy birthday, Cindy Briggs. Um, she's like 75 years old, right, Cindy? 70 or 75? Love you, girl. Happy birthday. So they drove me up to the prison and they were like, this is it, you're checking in. So I checked in and went through, I think they call it like, when it's like uh, orientation, or I don't know, something where they're receiving you in. They're receiving you in and they have to delouse you. And that was the moment I realized I was in prison, you guys. I was like, damn, this is for real. They put me in between two big old giant, like 300-pound girls, and we were butt naked in the shower in between these two girls. It was like a Nicole sandwich, and it was two black girls. So it was like two black girls with the cream filling, with the caramel filling, whatever you want to say. It was like a little sandwich. You got the wheat bread with the peanut butter in the middle. It was, and I was just right in the middle of these two giant women, and we were all naked, and they were spraying that delousing stuff on you. And it was so mortifying, you guys. So, anyways, the reason why I'm getting y'all to the prison point is because when I finally got to prison and I was there for a good like 3 or 4 months, I want to say it was like March or April, because in March and April, we have really bad tornadoes here in Arkansas. Um, hey, Becca, what's up, girl? They have really bad tornadoes. So in Pine Bluff, it's like really flat, and they always have these they have it's like a paper mill there. So the air smells like it just stinks. And so we had a bad tornado while I was in prison. So the reason why I'm telling y'all this story, let me get to the point. So, you know how we're having like this pandemic right now? It's like it's like an emergency situation. It's really a serious situation. I'm sober and I'm able to like cope with what's going on, even though I can't really fathom it, because it's like I've never been through something like a pandemic before, so my brain is trying to like process it. Um but I'm sober, and so I can be with my family, and I can be with you guys, and I can help other people, and we can help each other, right? When I was in there in the tornado, I was high on hydros, and I was in prison, and I had none of my family with me, and I was on lockdown. And when you're in a tornado like that, and it was in the prison that I was in, it was a boot camp style prison where we had multiple compounds. They have all of us gather in one building and line up against the walls, up against the brick walls. And basically, like when you were a kid, when you were a kid and they did the tornado drill, we have to get up against the wall with our heads like this and crouch down, all of us women prisoners. And so I can remember being there and being so afraid that the tornado was going to take us all away, and that's how I was going to die. I was going to die in this tornado with a bunch of other women in the middle of Arkansas Department of Corrections, you know? And I was just thinking about how grateful I am to not have to be in that situation, and to be able to be calm and level-headed during the situation that we're going through right now with the coronavirus. And so I remember being in there with all the women. I think it took us two buildings, because we had half the compound in one building and half the compound in the other building. And we were all in there locked down, crouched down with our hands over our heads. And we ended up having to stay there, sleep in there through the night. And it was kind of like a big giant slumber party of prisoners. When you and the way women's prison is, it's not like everybody's trying to shank each other and there's like gangs and everybody's separated. It's not like that at all. It was like all of us girls came together, and we were kind of telling stories and trying to do ghost stories, and like trying to make the best out of the situation, even though we were all afraid. We were afraid that we were going to end up dying in the prison, never getting to see our families again. And so I guess, the whole reason why I wanted to tell you guys that is because those of us that are in recovery right now during this time, it really makes me think about my family and how I get to be a part of my family today. And I get to be present in their lives, and we can support each other. And we can support each other here on the channel. I just feel really, really thankful and blessed to be able to do that. I'm going to tell y'all what, I really was thinking that prison was going to be horrible, and it really wasn't that big of a deal. I didn't want to be there. Don't get me wrong. I lost my freedom, right? But it was fine. Like, I made it work. I handled it. I got out of there, and I did my time, and I got the fuck up out of there. You know what I'm saying? And at the end, I really did make mistakes by using, because I should have stayed sober the whole time I was in there, and I could have, but I didn't. Anyways, everybody's braiding hair and war story swapping and missing babies. Yes, Sam. Yes, yes, exactly. That's exactly what it was like. We're telling war stories. We're braiding each other's hair. We're threading each other's eyebrows. I mean, it was just crazy. But we all get to know each other. You know, I know some girls that I was in prison with that I still talk to this day. But, you know, I just hope you guys know that we are going to make it through this time, and everything's going to be okay. We just need to stay calm. We need to practice our social distancing. We need to try to, like, not really, you guys, like, try, if you don't have to go anywhere, stay home, so that way you stay protected, you know. Hey Caleb, what's up, bud? We're all doing great, thanks for asking. That's weird you always say that, because I did almost a year once and it changed my life for the better. Walked out the doors and never went back. Yeah, I mean, I never went back, but it was like, honestly, it wasn't something that made me think. It was just a slap on the wrists for me. It really was just a, like, you don't want to go back there, don't do that ever again, you know? It was a therapeutic community. Now, the kind of prison I went to was where they try to teach you new behaviors and stuff. So it's different than, like, a prison where you go and they have you locked down behind bars and stuff. It wasn't like that at all. We ran the compound. So how are you guys doing? Why don't y'all all check in with me? There's 24 of you guys in here right now. I want to hear from you guys. Y'all let me know how you're doing in your recovery. What's going on? Are you worried about anything? Do you have enough food? Are you having to stay home? Are you still working? Let's hear from you guys, okay? You like the steak cake, Ash? Text her on that number and you can come on the channel. Oh yeah. Laura, Jane, text me on that phone number and I'll make we'll set up a date for you to come on and tell your story. Yes, it was open barracks. There are like 6 different buildings, and all there is racks lined up down a hallway, and then there's showers and like a day room kind of. It was like not like a prison where it's not maximum security. It was minimum security prison because, you know, it was just a drug offense. Girl, I have 2 days. I have restless body syndrome. Restless body syndrome. Holy cow, that's not just restless legs, it's restless body. Ooh, girl, I can't. It's hard. Oh yeah, that number right there, 501-991-5149. This is my first time in a recovery meeting. What is recovery? I'm a hog tie pothead. Hey God, I saw your comment the other day on my channel. I really appreciate the compliment. This is just a meeting where we're supporting each other in our sobriety. Sometimes we tell stories. Sometimes we do like topic meetings and discussions. Sometimes we just shoot the shit, but it's just a positive place where you can come and hang out and not do drugs. For this hour that we're here, we're all staying sober. Nicole, do inmates politic out there at all? Warning to all non-Cali residents, don't get locked up in here. Roro, honestly, no, not like y'all do out there. At least not in the women's prisons. Now, in the men's prisons, honestly, I think there's like 2 major, I guess you would call them cars, like y'all call them in California. There's the AB, like Aryan Brotherhood, I think, and then there is the blacks. And so you're either in the black one or the white one. It's just, that's how it is. It's predominantly either black or white. Now I'm sure there's some Hispanics and stuff in there, but it's not segregated like it is in California at all. At all. You know what? I'm going to have to reach out to one of my guy friends that's been to prison in Arkansas, and I'll have him come on and share his story. But it's not like it is where you guys are at. Oh, I'll cry all the time, girl. It's all good. It's all good. I cry every time I share my story because I just feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Hey, Bob, what's up? Greetings to you, too. Recovery is a path to bettering ourselves. We are seeking sobriety. That's right, Ash. I heard the feds are kind of like that here. I heard that it's like a lot more like better. They treat you better and they have like better food. I'm alone and bored, so I decided to volunteer in a hospital here in Ireland. It will keep me focused, and I have no family, so I feel I owe it to my country to volunteer. That's an awesome idea, Tony. It's going to keep you busy, and you're doing something. You're doing service work. You're actually sacrificing your safety, and please be careful. Make sure you wash your hands, wear your mask, wear your gloves. Okay. I got a friend in Women's Federal right now. Oh, wow. Yeah. Where do we fit in as gardeners? Laugh out loud. Stay safe, Tony. That's right. Hey, Jackie. What's up, babe? Oh, I think day 5 or 6 or something of our quarantine. Yeah. We've been in, we started what? When did we start, you guys? Last Friday, I think. Hey, Lisa. What's up, girl? How many of you guys tuned in to Dr. B's live stream where he was answering all the questions? I hope you guys enjoyed that because it's not every day that you're going to find a doctor who's going to take time to come on and answer and try to be of service to help people. And I want to encourage any of you guys that are struggling or you just need like recovery support, call me or call Dr. B, and we can definitely set you guys up with some kind of recovery coaching, or you can come in and meet with him, or you can do over the phone meetings. So he's really doing a lot to try and help addicts, and that's why I support his business. I really believe in it 100%. I had another friend dump 1/4 into a Sonic Route 44, and they charged him with 44 ounces. Wow, Garland County. Yeah, sounds about right. I have a full house of people in here tonight. They can hear you talking. Hey, full house, what's up? I tried the video, wouldn't play for me. Okay, it was kind of going in and out. A lot of people were saying, but it's uploaded now. That's awesome, Jackie. And here's the thing, you guys, like, the whole point of my channel here is to help support people that are on maintenance medication, and also to help educate, and also to support anybody that's in recovery that's changing their life, no matter what your pathway is. I don't care if your pathway to recovery was abstinence or maintenance or going to the church and getting saved. I don't care what path you take, you guys. Just take one. Just choose your life. That's what recovery is about. It's about choosing life. When we were in our addiction, what were we choosing? We were choosing death. Okay? We were ruining our lives. We were a ticking time bomb of death, despair, jails, institutions. Y'all know the deal. And now, when we're in recovery, it's like we have a second chance at life. Right, Ash? I'm considering a tiny dose of Suboxone. I can't stop messing up. Sky, Jane, if you're struggling, okay, then there's nothing wrong with utilizing maintenance medication, especially if you keep relapsing. Please, okay? Because here's the thing, all right? And this is why I get really upset with people who talk ignorant and they don't understand maintenance medication, and they want to judge before anybody has a chance, or they want to say things that are not true, or they just aren't educated. I get upset about it because here's the thing. Someone who's struggling and is unable to stay sober and is back and forth in relapse, recovery, relapse, it could prevent that person from reaching out and actually getting the help that they need. Okay? There's nothing to be ashamed of, all right? Getting on 2 milligrams of Suboxone could help you. It could change your life and you could get stable. That was the problem for me. The reason why I got on maintenance medication is because I was unable to maintain recovery. I would get sober and then I would relapse, and then I would get sober and then I would relapse. It was through getting on maintenance medication and stabilizing on a dose and learning about recovery and seeking out and learning about my addiction and educating myself that I've been able to stay sober, maintain recovery, and now I'm looking to taper off, But it's been my choice, just like I was talking about with you guys last night. A person has to get to a point where that's what they want. Some people don't want that. And that's the thing. It's like I hate that in recovery it's gotten so a lot of people just think it has to be one way or the other. And it's discouraging. It's discouraging where you see people basically saying like AA and abstinence is the only way to get sober. And that's just not the truth anymore. It might have been the only way back in 1939, but we have come so far with technology and medicine and everything like that. Like, some people are in a different place. And so just because a person isn't working an 12-step program and going to AA or NA doesn't mean that they are not serious about their sobriety. And I think it's sad whenever other addicts and alcoholics who are working a program like that are judgmental of someone that's not. It's detrimental to someone's recovery, and it can keep that person from actually like it can really discourage somebody. And that's what happens a lot. A lot of the times, people that are abstinent, they judge and they speak out of turn and they say things that are harmful and hurtful to people that are on maintenance. I know, I'm hungry too. I'm fixing to make something to eat. So, anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut our little live stream short tonight, you guys, because Nate's hungry and I'm going to make him something to eat. Y'all know family. Family first, y'all. Family first. But I wanted to come on and talk with you and hang out with you guys. I love you guys so much, and I hope that y'all all know how much you mean to me.
Don't turn them off. Let me get where you're sitting.
And Scott, Jane, call me after this. Go ahead. Nate wants to show you guys something, okay?
Skittles.
Skittles. Okay. Let's not do that. I don't know why you have to be so...
Skittles are the only thing in a whole
Okay, nobody wants to see your pee-pee. Go.
I'm not showing them my pee-pee.
Okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Everybody that's in Patreon, I'm gonna do a Patreon live stream tomorrow at noon, I think. I'll let you guys know in the Hangouts, though, okay? And we will be back to our regularly scheduled program. We'll do meetings all week next week at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So for those of you guys that are on quarantine and staying home, you'll have some support. So come hang out with us every day at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. My son is smacking my butt really hard, y'all. Love y'all.